In my country, we're fighting like hell for the democracy we once took for granted. And that affects all of us. That affects all of us here because the arts are democratic. Art is inclusive. It brings people together. Like tonight, art looks for truth. Art embraces diversity. And that's why art is a threat. That's why we are a threat to autocrats and fascists.
Speaking at Cannes, Robert De Niro gave the following impactful speech.
America's Philistine president has had himself appointed head of one of our premier cultural institutions. He has cut funding and support to the arts, humanities, and education. And now he has announced a 100% tariff on films produced outside the U.S. Let that sink in for a minute. You can't put a price on creativity, but apparently you can put a tariff on it. Of course, this is unacceptable. All these attacks are unacceptable. And this isn't just an American problem, it's a global one. Unlike a film, we can't just sit back and watch. We have to act, and we have to act now. Without violence, but with great passion and determination. It's time for everyone who cares about liberty to organize, to protest, and when there are elections, of course, to vote. Vote. Tonight and for the next 11 days, we show our strength and commitment by celebrating art in this glorious festival. Liberté, égalité, fraternité.
He went after Donald Trump multiple times, including on the Graham Norton show in 2019.
Today we have a kind of a weird, twisted president who thinks he's a gangster, who's not even a good gangster, because this is a guy that, you know, even gangsters like Honor Among Thieves, you shake a hand, you have your word. That's all you have, is your word, and they have your word, and that's it. This guy is not the case.
Those comments came in May of 2024.
He's sick. He is really, genuinely a sick person that somehow has been allowed into our system. And I'm not calling him, I'm tired of calling him names. He just can't be anywhere near the office of the presidency. There's nothing about him, there's not one redeeming thing in him that I can see ever. Democracy is great, of course, but democracy people take for granted. It's a word that some people don't even understand. They take it for granted. It's about right and wrong, period. The guy's a monster. He is beyond wrong. It's almost like he wants to do the most horrible things that he can think of in order to get a rise out of us. I don't know what it is, but he's been doing it, and it's scary.
Are you
Excuse my French.
And this appearance on CNN in 2019 as well. All of these comments aging like a fine wine.
He'll say it's rigged or this or that. He'll find this guy has done everything possible. Much worse than I ever thought, ever. The day after he was elected, I said, well, you know, give him a chance. You never know, you'll see. But he's worse than I ever could have imagined. I can't believe that they would actually buy into this craziness. This guy should not be president, period.
And when you say that, folks on Fox come after you. I remember the Tonys when you got up there and cursed. A lot of criticism of you.
Fuck him.
Okay, well, you know, this is cable, so it's not an FCC violation, but it is still a Sunday morning.
Well,
I do wonder why you choose to go that way.
Let me say something.
Why do you choose to go that way?
We are at a moment in our life, in this country, where this guy is like a gangster. He's come along and he's said things, done things we say over and over again. This is terrible. We're in a terrible situation. We're in a terrible situation. And this guy just keeps going on and on and on without being stopped. It's just crazy that he's our president.
I get the sense from you that you view this as a crisis.
It is a crisis. Yes, it is. And too many people are too gentle about it and genteel about it. And we're in a crisis situation, period. That's it. I'm going to say one thing. Trump.
Plus that appearance at the Tony Awards in 2018. Now, on that first video, he would receive a Lifetime Achievement Award. And via The Guardian, he explains, is especially important at this very moment. The situation in the United States is so parlous, it feels like an overseas antidote, a return to core principles. When he was asked about his own potential safety, even though he has a net worth of $500 million maybe, he replied, yeah, you always think about it, of course, but I'm too old for that. The man, Donald Trump, is a bully, and you can't let bullies win. If a bully comes for your lunch money on Monday, he's going to ask for more on Tuesday. You have to stand up. And I wouldn't want to look at myself if I didn't. I look at people like Marco Rubio, Florida Senator, Secretary of State. I see him sitting by when Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance beat up Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky after all the times that he has defended Ukraine in the past. And I think, what the hell does he tell his kids about that? It won't be forgotten. Historically, this will not be forgotten. I agree. Because, I'm listening to Haas's broadcast, and he's actually going over how the Trump administration wants to end birthright citizenship. And I understand some people are inherently evil. And also for some people, evil is taught. But I'm listening to the Trump lawyers make the arguments before Elena Kagan. And I'm thinking, does this lawyer have no shame? It's unconstitutional what they're trying to do. History will not judge them favorably, and yet they keep doing it. Why? Where is their spine? Where is the sense of humanity, is my question. Presenting this award to De Niro was Leonardo DiCaprio, he would tell the audience. The thing about Bob, he doesn't say much, but when he does, it matters. Whether it's for his friends, his family, fighting for democracy, or supporting the art of filmmaking, he shows up. De Niro's speech was on point for this reason. The Trump admin has stripped funding from many libraries and museums nationwide and has ordered the Smithsonian to remove improper ideology from its exhibits, like, the one at the National Museum of African American History and Culture that highlights the history of scientific racism, wrote MSNBC. Is this surprising? No. Yet you have people like Florida Congressman Byron Donalds, who is just begging for the MAGA vote to put him in place to take the governor's mansion in his state, who says this president is not anti-black. This president loves black people. And then you see the actions of having a white nationalist proven in emails, like Stephen Miller in his cabinet, having people like Steve Bannon, who gives a Nazi salute, go out there and talk about ending citizenship for predominantly brown people. Removing Jackie Robinson and putting him under a DEI website inside of DOD. This is intentional. There is a reason why they are doing this, and it's right in front of you. Don't let them gaslight you into thinking differently. As part of Trump's effort to eliminate the NEA, his administration has sent hundreds of letters to organizations around the country terminating their grants because they don't, quote, reflect the nation's rich artistic heritage. The Confederacy is what he's talking about. Not honoring slavery, if you read between the lines. They conclude, the benefits of federal arts funding are well known and felt in many ways that some may not realize. For example, the recently released documentary, We Want the Funk, takes time to explain that some of the most accomplished musicians in American history, from Prince to the Ohio Players, have been beneficiaries of federally funded school music programs like those Trump is putting under threat. De Niro is spot on when he says that the reason that they want to eliminate the arts is because it is inclusive and it is democratic, and those are things that Republicans and MAGA lack.
If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.